All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Mark Godostic. I own TNT Martial Arts and TNT Life Mastery. And this is our Friday free fireside chat. And the chat today is about you are enough. Mostly that's me saying it to you, but I want you to be able to say, I am enough. And we're going to do a couple things that are going to be kind of fun in there. Um, I want to start with a little story, kind of and I've had this repeatedly over the years, but the moment when I'm realizing I'm definitely good enough. Too much of my childhood, of my teen years, of my young adulthood, everything else was uh, limiting. Lots of people saying, "No, you can't do that." Like for example, my mom told me once, "Well, you can't make a career out of teaching karate. Just got to go to college, got to go to college, got to go to college." And I actually didn't know what I wanted to do. Later, police work chose me, and yes, I did a lot of coursework with criminal justice, and I did super awesome at it. Then I went to the academy, which they kind of pour an associate's degree into about 12 weeks, and I did super awesome with that. I think I came out with like a 92%, which was outstanding. Um, but the whole thing is, I was always faced with a lot of negative self-talk, especially from family members, and I was surrounded with that kind of environment of that negative self-talk all the time, and kind of making me feel like I wasn't good enough, wasn't enough. It was never enough. And recently, it kind of uh, well, back in January or February, I picked up this really wonderful book, and I'll show it up here. No More Mr. Nice Guy. And with this No More Mr. Nice Guy book, it's funny. It's not very big, but this one, I started reading it, and I actually put it down because I got offended. I got my little feelings hurt. I put it down, and I said, I'm not gonna watch that one anymore, or read that one anymore. So I picked it up about probably 10 days later and kept reading and got my feelings hurt again. But it kind of went through a lot of the what is your upbringing doing to you? What are you giving? And I did a video about this the other day. What are you giving to your kids that they shouldn't have? What should you be giving them that they should have? And I got a lot of the negative stuff. I got an abundance of the negative stuff. I came from a split household, and I became the man of the house at 12 years old. That should never happen because, and honestly, I feel like I went from being a kid to being almost a full-time caretaker to my younger sister. And I lost a whole pile of teen years not able to do what young teenage boys do. And that sucked. And it actually started to affect all the rest of my life as well. But this book, as I was reading it, I really got some amazing insight into why my mother raised me like she did, why I reacted like I did to it. And so uh, after reading this book, I actually started to make an amazing amount of small little changes, constant small changes. And it resulted in the creation of the life mastery stuff. It resulted in paring down of some of the classes that I teach, some of the things that I do, some of the things that I don't do anymore, just wiping them off the face of the planet. Don't care. Um, but I want to start with an exercise for everybody. It's called the I am enough exercise. And I do this with my life mastery kids, and we do this. Have you seen your kids doing this yet? We've got to do the 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. And I was looking at them, have you done it? Have you done it? And some of them are like, I forgot today. Or some of them are like, yeah, I'm doing that. Well, the 2 and 2 is this. It's spending 2 minutes in the morning, right when you get up, 2 minutes in the evening before you go to sleep, thinking about things that you like and love. Uh, for example, with Kaylin, she loved everything. Everything was love. Everything was love. I love everything. But after we started talking about it, she's like, oh, man, I actually don't love a lot of things. I like a lot of things, but the love stuff is limited to a couple people. And she asked me, it was so cute. Can what was it, her cat? I think she wants her cat put on there. Can I put my cat on the love list? Because I love my cat. I want to be able to love my cat. Yes, you can. But things that you like and love. But one thing that almost everybody fails to put on there is themselves. And I'm seeing some guilty looks over there too. You fail to put yourself on there. You are enough. So I want you to complete the sentence. I am. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on I'm going to do 2 minutes, just 2 minutes of this. And I'm going to put on, I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to put my fireplace back on again. And for 2 minutes, I want you to make a list. Make a list, because you're going to share it too. Make a list of all the things you are great at. I want you to make a list of things you are great at. And I'm going to be sharing mine a little bit too as we go through this. So here we go. Timer has started, and I'm going to be sharing my screen here real quick. And timer is going. Here we go. I'm going to put on some fireplace. All right, 2 minutes. Make a list of what makes you amazing, the things that you're good at. Boom, here we go. Things that you're great at, starting with I am. I am. Things that you are great at. Things that you're great at. This can be things that you are good at doing. If you make a certain food or a certain dish, I am strong, I'm beautiful, I'm funny, I'm nice, I care about others. I love the people I work with. I like what I've done with my Christmas decorations. I like that I can make certain foods. All right, we got about 1 minute left. 1 minute left. All right, I'm gonna stop my share. We'll get back to the main screen here. All right, those of you who are watching online, throw your comments in. Throw your comments in, because I have my phone rigged up here. I can see your comments. And things that you're good at. Now, you know, most adults struggle their whole life thinking they're not enough. And I've seen a lot of that, and I really don't like to. You know, not only do other people like mentally beat us up, or we were bullied growing up, or teased a lot because of something. Teachers told us that we wouldn't amount to anything. But that little voice in our head, that negative self-talk, that's important. Okay, let's start some sharing. I like that I am really good at eating various ethnic foods, tasting them, and then figuring out how to make them at home myself. I've done this with sushi, with Indian food, with European food, whatever it is. I come back to my own kitchen and I make it more amazing. And the problem with that is then I hate going out to restaurants because I can make it better at home. That's one of the things. But this is for you guys to share. Let's see what you guys got here. Anybody can just unmute and go.
I can go first.
Yeah.
All right. So I wrote it on my hand because I don't have paper right in front of me. But I am an amazing coworker. I'm an amazing friend to my actual friends. I am great at logistics, and I make amazing deviled eggs. I am good at adapting and conquering change and overthinking things.
Hey, we're supposed to be positive self-talk.
Right?
Positive self-talk. None of that overthinking stuff. Oh, I'm guilty of that. Alana, how about you?
I am good at multitasking. I am good at cooking. I am a good sister. I'm a great aunt, a good mom, wife, friend, and I'm really good at remembering useless information.
Oh, so Trivial Pursuit stuff.
Yes, mostly music genre. Like I'm really good at remembering who sings what song and being able to recognize who sings what song. It has yet to make me any money, but I'm really good at it.
Okay, I like that. How about you guys online? You have anything to add in there? They're lagging about 20 seconds behind, I think. But of all those things that you wrote down, those of you who have kids, would your kids say those things that you're good at them? You know, would your significant other say that you're good at those things? Randy comments that she is good at taking care of others' needs, that she's loyal, that she's silly. Brings up cooking again. We're going to have some Iron Chef stuff here. Those are really awesome. I like that she put in that she's silly. I think that's something that most of us need to learn how to do more of, is play. Cameron writes that he's good at gaming and texting. Bro, you don't even text me. You're not good at texting. I don't know. We're supposed to be positive here. You'll have to text me. I got voice text. I can text fast. Good. You know, and this, doing these type of things, looking through these exercises, sharing them, how does it make you feel saying these things to others? Okay, shy, a little bit embarrassed. Okay, yep, then you're kind of going like this. So yeah, saying all the negative things about yourself. How often do you hear, especially adults, sharing all the negative stuff? You know, a simple question of how you doing, it ends up in, well, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And everybody seems to try to one up each other on what's bad about their lives. And, and I hear it in my own lobby, kind of that one-upmanship of trying to, my life is worse than yours. And, like this week I called, there was two of the youths talking that their lives were bad, this was bad, and this was ugly, and this sucked. And I made them sit there and kind of do this exercise with each other. What are you good at? What are you, what's positive in your life, rather than constantly looking at that negative stuff all the time. So doing these type of exercises is, scientifically proven to increase our alpha waves in our brain, and leads to a more positive feeling. And for those of you that are on this, I want to give you a little bit of a mission. Do this with some other people this weekend, even one other person. Call people out on their negativity when you hear life is bad, life is horrible. Like, yes, a lot of life sucks right now, but I'm sure we can pull the positive out of this. And really, that's what a lot of the life mastery is not disregarding the negative, but learning how to work with it and around it, and realizing that there is a lot of good going on right now. So that's all we have. And that's what we do in our Life Mastery free fireside chats. Told you it wouldn't take long. This is awesome. Randy, do you have anything else out there? I still see you hanging on. And ladies, do you have anything else to add?
I guess I have a question.
Yes.
How do you change your thinking? Like, I guess my question is, like you said, I am enough. Like, how do you decide that?
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Would you rather have somebody else decide it for you?
No.
See, there it is. So the decision is yours. That decision is ultimately absolutely yours. Am I enough? Now, does it help if you guys have read the Chapman 5 Love Languages, and if you haven't read those, that's a fantastic read. A lot of times words of affirmation, they're boosting. Who doesn't like somebody saying nice things about them and to them? Everybody likes that little bit of an input, and that's great. But that should be an addition to what you have. You should that main self-concept needs to come from within. Happiness comes from within, not from without. Anytime we're relying on somebody else to give us happiness, to give us the self-worth, we're going to get into trouble. And what's sometimes good is that, putting the big middle finger up to the world and saying, nah, screw you guys, I'm going home, I'm doing fine. And really that comes from within. And I always kind of chuckle and think back to Saturday Night Live in the 90s. The Stuart Smalley. I ought to post one of those in the Life Mastery group. Stuart Smalley, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people do like me. And it's about time to watch one of those comedy bits. Randy mentions that's another thing she's good at. I like telling people good job. It makes them smile. And in making other people smile, we get that reflected back at us. That's the law of attraction. If we put all the negative stuff out there, what's getting reflected back to us? More negative stuff. And you see it when people start to one-up each other on my life is crappier than yours. Well, if you start putting out good stuff, you're going to get good stuff back as well. Yeah, and Randy also mentions, because I know I like to hear that, which isn't often, but at all, but appreciated if I do hear it. Yeah, you hear that. That's exactly what I said. It gets reflected back to you. So thank you all for hanging out. You are enough. Practicing some self-love. Give yourself a big hug. Give yourself some pats on the back for being awesome. And go do those things that you stated I am. Go do those things. Share those things and get other people to recognize that this is that change that we want to make happen, that this is that positive stuff that we want to get out there, not the gloom and doom of the world. We've got enough of that. Light is never covered by darkness. Light is always going to shine better. All right. Thank you for participating, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording now.